You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Wednesday the 25th of June, 2025. It is 5 days after the summer solstice. It is 89 days before the fall equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 7th day of Messidor, the day of the concombre, the cucumber. The sun rises today at 5:26 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:58 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:31 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 9:05 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:47 p.m. The length of daytime today is 15 seconds shorter than yesterday. The new moon arrives today at 6:31 a.m. We begin lunation 1268. The first quarter will arrive on Wednesday, the 2nd of July. These are the predicted tides today for Horn's Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 4:42 a.m., 0 centimeters. In the late morning, high tide, 11:01 a.m., 1 meter 52. In the afternoon, low tide, 4:39 p.m., 15 centimeters. At night, high tide, 11:11 p.m., 1 meter 86. In our shared realm of plants and animals, we expect one more day of extraordinary heat, and in the middle of the day, most everyone, animal and human, is laying low, keeping to the shade, not moving about much, not expending any useless energy. The delicate plants in the garden droop. Water doesn't help much. Even they can only hunker down and wait for the heat to break. Commemorations. On this day in 1630, Governor John Winthrop, who was one of the founders of the Massachusetts Bay Colony, introduced the fork to English North America. It had been sent to him in a small case of various tools by his friend and supporter, Edward Howes of Essex in England. Even at that time, the fork was a relative rarity, even in the old country. Most people ate with wooden spoons or used their fingers. Winthrop's gesture was a moment of delicate manners in the rough and tumble New World. On this day in 1867, Lucian B. Smith of Ohio received the first patent for barbed wire. Although he was overtaken by competitors who improved on and outsold his design, barbed wire would become a key tool for ranchers and farmers wishing to quickly and cheaply enclose large tracts of land and control roaming cattle. It would help shape the American West, for good or ill. Speaking of the American West, on this day in 1876, the Battle of Little Bighorn took place. The U.S. 7th Cavalry under George Armstrong Custer were wiped out by Sioux and Cheyenne warriors led by Chiefs Crazy Horse and Sitting Bull. On this day in 1928, Pierre Culliford was born. Known to the world as Peyo, the Belgian author and illustrator was the creator of the Smurfs, known in French as Les Schtroumpfs and in Dutch as De Smurfen. Today we remember Anthony Bourdain, born on this day in 1956. He came to fame through his book, Kitchen Confidential, Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly, a candid and unvarnished view of the restaurant world. And through his television programs, he attracted a huge audience. In his journeys, we saw a person who was open to new experiences, new cultures, and new people. A person who demonstrated what respect for others looks like. A person with dimensions, even with flaws. After his death, GQ magazine called him the last curious man. He took his own life in 2018. Remember Anthony Bourdain this day. And finally, today we wish a happy birthday to Sonia Sotomayor, born this day in 1954. The Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States is a daughter of the Bronx, and dare we say that we appreciate the perspective she brings to her work as a wise Latina woman. Happy birthday, Your Honor. And that is the Observatory, Wednesday the 25th of June, 2025.